Hello and welcome back to another video where today a Twitter user who goes by Aesthetic Gamer or Dust Golem has shed some more light on Resident Evil Outrage / Revelations 3. So someone on Twitter asked Dust Golem if Revelations 3 is actually a thing, and he said, "This is not from me, but for the record, Revelations 3 is coming out within a year of Village's release date, either late 2020 or early 2021. It probably won't be called Rev 3, the name we know it as is Resident Evil Outrage, but it was Rev 3 at one point in development." He goes on to say that it will be released as part of the 25th anniversary celebrations along with Village, and it will most likely be a Switch timed exclusive. He then goes on to say that the announcement will be later this year, as for now Capcom want to focus more on Resident Evil Village, which makes total sense because it's the next game in the main series, and Outrage is just a side game similar to the other Revelation titles. He then goes on to correct himself because he thought that we were still in 2020 and not 2021. So he said it's still going to be on the Switch and it will be out either late this year 2021 or early 2022. Personally, I'm leaning more towards a 2021 release, like I think most people are, and judging from what has been said about the game, it seems like it's going to be a really interesting title to play. Then someone goes on to ask him whether it will be in the RE engine, and he said yes, Outrage is 100% in the RE engine, though the RE engine that's compatible with the Switch is the same one that's been used for Monster Hunter Rise, and he said it won't be the best looking RE game, but it will look pretty good, especially for being on the Switch. He follows this up by saying it had a higher budget and a lot more development time than either Revelations 1 or 2, and it's been in development for the past 4 years and has a budget closer to Village's, and he thinks that they may not use the Revelations name because of it having high budget and development time, and it will be more like a Code Veronica tier title than anything else. Then someone asked him if he knows when it will be announced. He said ultimately Capcom will choose when to announce it, but I honestly suspect we won't be waiting too long after Village's release, which I think is good because as this year is the 25th anniversary of Resident Evil, I think they want to get quite a lot going. I think they're starting off strong with Village, and then maybe a month or two after Village's release they'll start pushing things more like the Resident Evil movie and Infinite Darkness, and they may even announce Outrage at E3, as I'm pretty sure it's been announced that E3 is doing a digital conference this year, but maybe they'll announce it at Summer Games Fest, as I know that's happening as well. So I'll be interested to see who will get the better studios, being E3 or Summer Games Fest, as I know E3 is the bigger convention, but I've also heard rumours that E3 doesn't treat the companies the best, and Summer Games Fest is more forgiving. So it'll be interesting to see who Capcom will actually want to show off the game to, if that makes sense, or maybe they'll just do their own thing and do a Ubisoft Forward and Nintendo Direct style thing, do a Capcom showcase where they announce it with other games. Someone asked him if Outrage will be exclusive to the Switch or if it will be a timed exclusive. He says it will be a timed exclusive, but it will be releasing on Switch first and then it will be going to current gen. And when he says current gen, I'm not sure if he means actual current gen being PS5 and Xbox Series X, or if he means last gen being PS4 and Xbox One. But either way, I will be probably getting it on Switch first, playing through it, and then I probably will get it on PS5 or 4, because I think with Revelations they added more content in, I think, but we'll just have to see. Either way, I'm pleased it's a Switch exclusive first, as I feel like Resident Evil on the Switch has been a bit lacking. It's just been ports, and this time they're actually getting a full game themselves, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. And the fact that it will be cross-gen means that it will obviously get a graphical upgrade, like we saw with Revelations 1, going from 3DS to Wii U, 360 and PS3. So it'll be interesting to see how the game will actually be on the Switch first. As we know from a previous tweet, it has a similar budget to Village, and it's been in development for the same time, it could end up being better than Village. That is something that could happen. I mean, I'm hopeful that it'll be good, but I don't think that it'll be better than Village. I think Village will be, out of the two of them, Village will be the stronger title. Somebody goes on to ask him if Rebecca is still the protagonist, and he said, yes, I first heard about Revelations 3 in 2017, that it'd star Rebecca, and I've been updated several times over the years. It's still a Rebecca game, and it's also going to have 2 more protagonists, but he's not going to say who they are, probably for spoiler reasons, but they will be returning characters, so it'll be characters that have been established in previous games. I'm hoping that it's characters that we haven't seen in like a while. So like, I don't want it to be like Jill, as she just had a game that came out being RE3 remake. I don't want it to be like Leon or Claire, as they just had the RE2 remake. I kind of want people from like older games, like I would say Barry Burton, but he was in Revelations 2 and I don't know if they bring him back. I'm not sure. Hopefully, like, they're characters that haven't been like overplayed to death. Maybe Ada would be interesting, as when he got to play as her a bit in RE2 remake, and I feel like there's quite a bit about her character that we still need to know. Or maybe it's going to be characters from 7 and Village, like we could be playing as like Mia, for example. Those are just some of my ideas. If you have any, leave them in the comments below. And the last tweet he put out is kind of like just saying about what's in for this year, like what's going to be released in this year. First of all, Resident Evil Reverse in March, that's April, but we know that's being released alongside Village in May. He then says Infinite Darkness will be released close to Village, so maybe like a month. The live action film reboot is coming out in September, and Outrage is going to be released in either late 2021 or early 2022. So that was quite a lot that was announced in a very short span of time. So pretty much to recap, we know that the game will not be called Revelations 3, it will be most likely called Outrage, and it will start Rebecca as probably the main protagonist, and it will also have 2 side protagonists similar to Revelations 1 and Revelations 2, and it will be a Nintendo Switch timed exclusive, and it will be released in either late 2021 or early 2022. The announcement probably won't come until after Village's release in May. But that's all I have for this video. If you've liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.